Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And from the text line in Chesterton, checked in. And of all the costumes we just got through, most popular Halloween costumes of 2024. And this is Mike checking in from Chesterton, said he likes horror anxiety the best.
For the win, horror anxiety.
I don't know if I'm not trying to put some work in for your case, but some people are asking, is there a link to buy those costumes in one link or no that you can put up on Facebook or no?
I can see what I can do. It's again, all these analytics were crunched. It's a wide spread of data. No, that's so not fair to go from horror anxiety to Auntie Anne's pretzel girl. There's a lot of different things going on here. A lot of different sources to find you the best 5 new Halloween costumes for 2024.
It's a lot of work.
It is. Did you guys have a favorite one of the ones that were mentioned, which again were Inside Out 2 Anxiety, Auntie Anne's pretzel package, Hawk Chua jumpsuit, Sexy Ozempic, and the 5th one was, Ray Gun, the breakdancer from the Olympics.
I love a good pop culture moment. I would say Reagan's probably the best. I have to be honest, I thought Diddy getting arrested was going to be on there.
Oh, that's going to be a costume.
I did choose to omit Diddy's lube as one of the most popular costumes from this year.
OMG.
You know what? I'm not going to be Bane. I got to do that. For our costume. Diddy's
You
lube.
have to do that?
You know what's funny is you're probably the exact size of the lube bottles.
Yeah. He had a lot of lube. And Mike in Chesterton that checked in, I hope he goes as horror anxiety to his party nearby. And come to our Q101 Halloween pop-up, of course. All the people of Chesterton are welcome to come to the Cubby Bear Halloween night. And, of course, everybody is, but I'm just targeting Chesterton right now. They're good people out there.
They're fine people.
And I know it's a little bit of a drive for you, but you're more than welcome to come. Just make sure you get your guaranteed entry pass. Go do that and get it taken care of at Q101.com right now. American Authors performing. They're amazing, and they'll do a special set as another band, which is always fun. So go do that right now and enjoy the party. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up here in about 10 minutes. So yesterday we had the exclusive, historic lounge with Tyler Joseph of 21 Pilots. And I've got to say, it was beyond expectations. Now, you might be saying, yeah, I didn't see it. And you didn't because we did not live stream it. Because the band wants to make sure that, listen, Tyler Joseph is very, very particular about everything, which is why he's one of the greatest of all time in performing and in music. So we are going to release it. You'll know about it. We'll make a big event out of it, and it's coming very soon, by the way. So the entire lounge, the interview that myself and Kenzie did with Tyler Joseph, and a performance that was one for the ages because he didn't want to leave. He kept playing. You think, some artists come in, and I'm not ripping on an artist. I'm just saying that some artists come in, they might play 3 songs, they're great, and then they leave. He was like literally having a group session with the people that were there.
And the thing is, he recorded this so they can take things out, but he was like, hey, I've been playing with the idea of this beat. He was playing unreleased things.
Yes.
It was a wild ride. He's very funny, which I did not know.
Right.
Really quick-witted. Loved watching him just riff. And then he would play part of the song and then stop and be like, so actually when I wrote this, it was like a deep dive behind the music. It was incredible what he was doing. And I did see a lot of comments on our social media about like, why, to us, not him, why are you guys being so secretive? Like, where is the drop? And it's not us. His team wanted to record it, and maybe because they don't, maybe he wanted to be able to do that in the lounge, like some of the unreleased stuff, and then edit it out later.
Yeah, I think
maybe it's going to be in there. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure everything's going to be there as it was. They want, but meticulous about just making sure it sounds exactly perfect on your screen, however you're going to listen to it and watch it, which it will be released. We'll make a big deal about it because it's going to be almost an hour of Tyler Joseph stuff you've never seen before.
What I really like is that he is that brand. He gets he understands to be famous and to be a public figure and what you put out there. He's about quality control. They wanted the right lighting. Like even in the video, it's like, no, I want like the 21 Pilots correct font. And they
Yes.
that's why they want control of it, because he understands what people expect from him. He's branded himself with a look and a logo and a sound. And I love that he wanted the quality control over that. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, we'll tell you more about that, something you don't know about that happened in the lounge yesterday before you have a chance to see it, which will be very soon on all Q101 platforms. Also, we'll give you that keyword for the Queens of the Stone Age tickets again for Ticket Blitz Thursday in just about 10 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, so once again, the keyword for Ticket Blitz Thursday right now for Queens of the Stone Age tickets at Huntington Bank Pavilion, Northerly Island, Saturday, June 21st, 2025, is Josh. So text, if you haven't done it yet, do it once, that's it. But if you haven't done it yet, Josh to 312-591-8300, and that's how you get a chance to win tickets. And that's active for another about 40 minutes, 8:59, I'm sorry. That's when it'll go away, and we'll give you a new word at 9 every hour today, Queens of the Stone Age tickets with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So we're talking about the lounge yesterday with Tyler Joseph of 21 Pilots, and just how, I had an expectation, of course, that it was going to be something incredible memory-wise. What am I trying to say? Forever memories. It's a forever memory I would have for it.
Okay.
And it exceeded it because I heard he was going to play all the songs on a ukulele, and I love full band situations, but I know it was just him. And man, is he damn good at the ukulele.
Yeah, very much so.
God, he can play that thing.
Uh-huh.
And as Kenzie was saying before the break, he was working out new songs with the audience, just talking from it. He goes, hey, hold on, everybody. You mind if I do this? Like, that's not usually how lounges go. People perform, and they want a great performance. He was basically like having a writing session with the audience in the lounge.
And just breaking down how he makes songs and like going in depth about each song that he played, going in depth about how he created that song and what it did sound like versus what it sounds like now, and playing almost different versions of the song, and then still performing multiple songs that were like phenomenal through and through. But just the behind, it was literally like a behind the music. That's what I felt like I was participating in.
Yeah.
And I was kind of looking around because I'm like, this is amazing. He does have to get to the United Center. I was like getting a little concerned.
Well, there's a couple funny moments we want to share with you that are really enjoyable that happened before. And I want to say one more thing about our audience and our listeners. And this is not me pandering in any way at all. You guys are the best, because talking to everybody in the lounge that got in, and we know thousands of people, in fact, maybe five-figure thousands, 10 to 15,000 people tried to get in from all over the country, and we wouldn't let the people outside the area try to get in. We wanted you guys to get in. Even though we love our people that listen on the Q101 app, which is redesigned and beautiful. You can listen anywhere in the world to Q101. We love those people. But we wanted to make sure our locals got in. So there was a delay in starting the lounge. It was supposed to start at noon. And apparently, so he brought two ukuleles over
Yes.
to play through. You have your standard and your backup ukulele. And both of them had an issue when he got here. And I think someone heard him say, so we're screwed.
Oh, my God.
And he had a staff here, a road crew of about, 22 of the coolest, nicest guys out there. And they ran back to the United Center to get a third ukulele.
Think about that.
Think about that. Never happened before in the lounge history.
I don't want to be judgy. Why didn't you just pack all the ukuleles?
Well, two should be enough. Let's be honest.
But it wasn't.
It
and
wasn't.
There is no way there hasn't been a scenario in which two wasn't enough prior.
I got to say, as a guitar player and played in bands many years, I took two guitars to every gig I ever had. And if the first one failed, the second one was fine.
Listen, Brian, we're not talking about guitars. We're talking about ukuleles.
I understand.
This is a different ball game.
Both have strings. Both are. And I would have hoped that he probably, think about how many ukuleles he probably has at the United Center.
OMG.
He probably had like 27.
Yeah, he's got a giant case of ukuleles.
Oh, he even has one, as he noted in the lounge, he has one called Chicago.
That's right, the only one he's ever named.
The only one he's ever
And he
named.
admitted that some of them are at home. He's like, I have one at home named Chicago. I'm like, there's more at home.
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't pack all of his ukuleles.
Yeah. Another funny moment happened beforehand, and he was, of course, impeccably dressed. And all of a sudden, he brought a steamer from the hotel that they were staying at to steam his clothes before he went on. So he looked perfect. Obviously, a man I admire so much with his OCD, because I have it just like that. And their steamer wasn't steaming properly, the one they took from the hotel and brought it to Q101.
And I should note, because I was involved in the great steamer conversation with Tyler Joseph at the lounge yesterday.
It will be called that 10 years from now,
Yes.
even, the great steamer debate.
The problem was that their go-to steamer was also at the United Center because they were doing
A lot
two
of stuff
shows.
was at the United Center.
So they had a wardrobe person, which I've never seen at a lounge before. I wish more people would come to the lounge with a designated wardrobe person.
How about it?
And she's steaming the clothes, and she turns to me, who's standing in the hallway, and goes, you know, this one we stole from the hotel this morning just isn't doing what I need it to do. Do you guys happen to have a steamer on hand? And my eyes got big because I didn't know that was a tool until she had asked me the question.
And I will tell you, that question has never been asked in
Correct.
Q101 before. Do you have a steamer laying around?
We've had a lot of bands ask a lot of weird questions. The steamer is the first. And I said, you know, I don't think we do, but I know we have somebody at Target right now. I will call them real quick and see if they can pick you up one. And Kenzie happened to overhear that and save the day and said, no, I actually have one with me.
I had a steamer with me.
And
I'm
now
telling
Kenzie's
you.
a part of 21 Pilots history.
I'm telling you, Kenzie saved the lounge yesterday
That's right.
because she had a steamer in her duffel bag.
Could you imagine how far back the lounge would have been pushed for people? Maybe it would have overlapped the United Center and he couldn't do it.
That's right.
Had there not been a steamer on site.
The
welcome.
the lounge could have been pushed back months if
I
Kenzie
know.
wasn't here with her steamer in her pocket.
I'm like, well, I have one. Case was like, we have to go to Target. I'm like, why? You need a steamer. I'm like, I have a steamer.
It worked out great.
I
And
pulled
again,
it out of my backpack.
they couldn't have been nicer asking about it. And it was a reasonable request. You know, the one thing that I really come to appreciate with bands that have come in the lounge this year is the bands that don't need to care. Your 21 Pilots and your Shinedowns and Green Days and people like that are already established at such a level. They don't need to care about this, but they care about Q101, and they are the ones that care more than anybody. And you saw the 21 Pilots machine happen yesterday, and their success, and more importantly, their longevity is not a mistake.
No.
Because they put thought and care into every single thing they did. And
Yep.
it was so fascinating to see as somebody who's been with this band since the beginning, since Vessel came out. Watching all of this unfold in front of me yesterday was just, it was mind-blowing to watch.
Before we move on, I do want to make a point. Texts are coming in. A steamer is something you use to get the wrinkles out of your clothes.
Yes.
Because some unusual texts are coming in about what a steamer is. So, and not only did Kenzie save the day with her steamer, because my wife was here too, apparently Kenzie has the greatest steamer of all time.
This is what people were saying.
Yeah, platinum steamer.
No, it's really good. I've actually gotten, and I still have the mark on my wrist, a 3rd-degree burn that took about a month to heal because of my steamer.
Well, that's a good steamer.
I said, listen, you need to be very careful on Tyler Joseph.
Don't kill Tyler
I'm like,
Joseph.
If anything, this is going to be too powerful.
You know what
Get him out of the room while you steam it.
I envision Kenzie pull out of her purse a flamethrower, and then Tyler Joseph gets burned alive at Q101.
I'm like, we have to be very careful. No ukuleles can be near the steamer.
I gotta say, Tyler Joseph, he looks amazing. No wrinkles, but he's dead from Kenzie's steamer.
Stop it.
You saved the day, Kenzie. You
I do
really
what
did.
I can.
You saved the day. One more thing I want to add in here is that we opened up, and I talked to Tyler Joseph, one of the first questions about the show the night before, because this was yesterday, of course, and said, how do you even get up, and do a show the way it's so physical? If you've never seen 21 Pilots, how physical the show is, flips and running around the stage. And there was a girl in the lounge who was basically putting up on Reddit everything that was said in the lounge by Tyler in our questions. We appreciate you doing that, by the way.
So phones weren't allowed in the lounge. That's why we haven't shared any videos. No listeners have shared videos. The only video that's out there is the one that 21 Pilots took because they were allowed to have their phones.
And that's on Q101's Instagram and Facebook page
Yes,
right now.
exactly. But this person had a pen and paper and was taking notes like a journalist in the 60s over every word Tyler Joseph said and every question you guys asked. And this is what they revealed, which caused quite a story on the internet yesterday.
Yeah, this was our first question when he brought up after I mentioned about the physical show. He said he broke his fibula and had a UCL tear at a show in Denver and then performed 9 more shows after that before he found out, because he's such a dedication to perform that he just thought he was a little hurt. And you know what you do? He's from, the Midwest like us. You just get up and you play. You play hurt, But he had a broken leg. He shouldn't have played hurt. And jumped and did that for 9 more shows of piano jumps that he does and everything before he, finally said, a doctor should look at this. And that's what happened a while back. But so many nuggets. And again, so many people checking in. This all will be posted from the professional HD camera views of the 21 Pilots people that filmed it. They just want to make sure everything's perfect. As we can tell how we're having this conversation, everything needed to be perfect. So it's coming. You'll know about it when it's posted on all of our Q101 platforms. What a day. And, of course, 2 nights at the United Center with Q101, 21 Pilots, and the Lounge. We thank all of you for listening and all of our winners who got there free. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
You know, it's funny, before I give you the key word for Queens of the Stone Age, I put my mic up there, and over the thing, I went, oh. Did you hear that?
I did not. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize I had my mic up and on right there over that last commercial there. And that really expresses this week with the Lounge and 21 Pilots of Tyler Joseph yesterday. We were here all day, and I felt like we left the station yesterday, and then I felt like we came back 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
I was going, oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. It makes you feel good to do that.
Everybody right now in your car do that. Just a little,
Let's all do it together, and then they do it too. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, that's it.
It feels good. Feels good.
And hit a song.
Well, here's what we're going to do. So we have a Lifehouse on the way. After that, we have some music news. A huge, lovable band is coming back. And I say it that way because I don't know anybody that says they don't like this band.
I wouldn't trust anybody that doesn't like this band. I love this band. I would say a defining band of my childhood.
Yes, and also, this radio station in Chicago, and they're getting back together. Now, they never went away, I should say. The singer's coming back. How about, yeah, so this is that kind of band.
What?
So think about that for 4 minutes. Well, also, the key word for Queens of the Stone Age tickets right now is Josh. 312-591-8300. Text that for the next 10 minutes. 8:59, it goes away, that word. So Josh, Josh, 312-591-8300, Queens of the Stone Age. Coming up June of next year at Northerly Island from our great partners Live Nation. So there you go. Do that. A new word coming up at 9. So you have another chance next hour. And with this thing, you can keep texting every hour. It's going to go all day with Lauren and Brian Phillips all the way through. Here is Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Today is Mean Girls Day. Got it covered, replied Ellen. Zendaya says she doesn't know if she likes fame. If it's any consolation, there's a contingent of people who think Zendaya is a pill for moderate to severe psoriasis. Tommy Lee turned 62 today, and he's still on track playing drums for Motley Crue. Oh, sorry, that was playing to a drum track with Motley Crue. And Pink Floyd sold their music catalog for $400 million. Well, let me be the first to welcome them to the machine.
Hello? This is United States calling. Are we reaching? This is not headline news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.